Welcome to soup season. I'm so excited to be kicking off this series because soup is one of my absolute favorite meals, dishes, things to make. It just makes me feel so cozy. There's something when there's a chill in the air and you know that soup season is coming. I just love the heartiness of it, like cold days and warming up with soup. And so usually I do kick off with a chicken noodle, but I feel like so many people have their own chicken noodle recipes. I am going to do a little bit of a twist on one of them. These are some of my favorite soups, things that I remember eating or things that brought me joy, and I hope that they bring you joy as well. I'm gonna actually kick off with a very, very simple soup because one of the reasons that I love soup so much is that kind of my cooking style. I'm not a chef, I just like to cook. I'm not very good at baking and following a precise recipe. I kind of like to experiment, have a little fun, and I also like to use up things in my kitchen, in my pantry. I don't like vegetables going to waste. I'm a composter. So I like the idea of soups for me because they give you that opportunity to throw everything into a dish, maybe use up some old things, not old things, but use up some things that might be on the verge of going bad and incorporate that into a soup. So that is why I'm going to actually kick off the soup series with a 10 vegetable soup. Hi everyone, I'm Kelly and welcome to my channel. Now I'm going to be doing obviously a longer video here on Instagram, maybe on TikTok if it hasn't gotten banned by now. The little short forms are going to be incorporated into these videos so that I hope you like it. And this is just kind of give you some ideas, get your juices flowing to make your own soup and to enjoy what you have in your fridge. Okay, so let's kick it off with a 10 vegetable soup season, and I'm gonna kick off a 5-part series making 5 different soups that are super yummy, some of my favorites. First soup that I'm going to make is a 10 vegetable soup. Okay, let's go. Soup series. Today we're making French onion soup. One time I was at my mom's house and we found these cute little crocks that she had and they were never used, and now we use them for French onion soup. So let's make it together. Start by gathering some ingredients. I have my flour and my sherry. Then next, of course, is our onions. Also we'll need yellow sugar. Then in the fridge I grab butter, cheese, and wine. Slice up the onions, stop for some tears. Then add some olive oil and butter to the pan to start caramelizing the onions. Give that all a stir, coat it with all the olive oil and butter, and then add a little sugar to get the browning going. This takes quite a while, so in the meantime, I start getting the crostini going with some olive oil and heating it up in the oven. Check back on the onions. I'm gonna open this wine. It's a Sancerre, which is a favorite around here. A sherry. It's in the vinegar section. I know there's actual sherry. We're gonna start deglazing. Next up, sprinkle some flour to thicken the sauce. Add your beef broth or broth of choice. Add your spices like herbs of Provence, a little bay leaf. And now it's time to assemble your crocks. Set the oven to broil, add your soup, add your bread, and then add lots and lots of cheese. Broil for a few minutes and you have a delicious French onion soup that's perfect for a cozy day. Just remember, it's super hot when it comes out of the oven, so be careful. I hope you give this soup a try and check out the next in my soup series. Day 3 of my soup series, and I'm recreating one of my old favorites. Now, this may date me, but back when I was a marketing girly in New York City, I used to go to Hale and Hearty all the time. And one of my favorites was their Moroccan chicken soup. I spent many a lunch eating this at my desk, and why not try it at home? So start with my carrots, big chunky slices of carrots, and I already have my onions and celery from previous soups. Get my garlic. I'm trying to get all my ingredients in place because the soup has lots of layers. Shredded chicken, lentils, cans of tomato sauce, tomato paste, your broth of choice, and some ginger paste. You could use regular chickpeas, but I got enticed by this can of chickpeas that has lemon and harissa in it, and I want to use it up. And I also have this harissa in my house, but I want to check the spice levels. So this can, it's okay. It's not too spicy. It's kind of good. This harissa, oh my goodness, I almost burned my mouth out. It was way too spicy. It is not making in the soup. Now the true star of the dish, all of these spices. I'm just going to list them here because there are so many spices. Definitely check your spice rack before you start this recipe because I realized I did not have garam masala, but thankfully I had a backup. Moving on, olive oil, salt and pepper, and then you are ready to get this recipe started. Start with your mirepoix, add your garlic, and then here is where you start adding lots and lots of spices. As you can see, I do not measure anything out. I just kind of, I don't know, give it a shake. Once that starts to get soft, I add my tomato paste, keep it a stir. Your chickpeas and your tomato sauces. Add your broth. Obviously, the more broth you add, the more soupy it will be versus stewy. Lentils. Now, I forgot the ginger, but I just added it. And then a cinnamon stick and a bay leaf. Once that cooks down, add your shredded chicken. Keep on stirring. Let that go for a while, and then you are ready to serve. Now, you can eat the soup by itself. Try it over couscous or rice. Last night, we actually ate it over roasted cauliflower, which was absolutely amazing. But I hope you enjoyed the soup, and I will see you for the next soup in the series. Welcome back to my soup series. It is day 4, and I'm going to be making a soup that I've been making for years. It's from the legend Ina Garten, and I absolutely love her butternut squash soup. The tag on the back says that I bought this cookbook in 2008 at Borders, so I've been making it for quite some time. I think I even used to make it as baby food for my kids at some point, but it's really super simple. So you get butternut squash, you just dice it, add it to a pan, get some apples. I believe it calls for Macintosh, but I just grabbed whatever was available. I think these are Gala or maybe Pink Lady. And then you grab your onions, slice those up, and you add everything to the pan all on one sheet. Add your olive oil, add your salt and pepper. You can also add curry if you like. That's part of the recipe. And then you just roast them until they're nice and soft. I also decided to put this in a mixer. I thought that would be a lot easier than a food processor. And I love my mixer, so added the broth at the bottom. Got a little messy because this is a really weird angle to film. And then started getting it mixing. It's so gorgeous, so flavorful, and it comes out nice and creamy and delicious. And just look at that. Okay, another soup down. Check out the next soup in my series. We have come to the last soup in the series, and today I am making a Greek lemon chicken soup. This one is really zesty and fun, so let's get to it. I like to try to cook in season, but sometimes it's not always top of mind, but it is currently lemon season, citrus season, and I really love like a really zesty lemon scent. When I'm at a restaurant and I don't know any of the wines, I ask the waiter for something zippy, and I feel like the soup is pretty zippy. So as this is the 5th soup in the series, I've been chopping away, but for this soup, I need lemons and some fresh herbs. So I chopped up some parsley. I already have a lot of the ingredients already made and chopped up. So I have my carrots and onions. I already have my shredded chicken, my orzo, I have my broth and some spinach. And it's time to start heating up that Dutch oven. Now, you know the drill now, so I'm going to ask a little favor of you. Oh, I'm adding oregano. This is the first time I've done a soup series like this or any kind of series. And as I'm trying to add more things on my socials and share more of my life, like what I actually do, it would be so wonderful if you let me know what you thought of this series. Did you make any of the soups? Do you want to see more of this? Do you want to see more exercise videos? I mean, whatever it is, please let me know. I am here and I would love your feedback and love to learn more about what you guys want to see more from me. Okay, so it is time to enjoy this delicious soup. But one thing that I want to share with you is this little trick. Now, this soup is delicious on its own, but if you have any feta around and you just sprinkle a little bit and crumble it on top of it, it adds this little extra creaminess to it. Okay, friends, hope you enjoy the soup and have a cozy, cozy winter. All right, the last soup is complete. I hope you liked all the soups in this series. If you do give them a try, please comment down below. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. Like I said, you can find me on my socials, but let me know more of what you want to see. It'll help me grow this channel and connect with you all, and enjoy soup season, everyone.